but she still gotta live this life. Stupid. You're still here. Stupid. So I just watched the first episode of Once Upon a Time for the first time, and I have thoughts. Now the show been out for like 12, 13, 14 years. What made me want to start it and try to get into it now? My sisters, they forced me. They did it. Before we get into my full thoughts on the first episode, I want to first get into what I've noticed with each scene that popped up and how my brain was processing everything, you know what I'm saying? So let's just do a quick summary of, you know what I'm saying, Once Upon a Time, the first episode, in King Sage's perspective. Let's get into it. The show starts off with little quotes, giving us little pieces of what we're soon to get with the rest of the episode. Reading, there was once an enchanted forest filled with classic characters that we know, or thought we knew. One day, they found themselves trapped in a place where all their happy endings were stolen. Our world. I'm sorry, that's... All right. From there, we get introduced to Snow White and the Seven Doors, where it appears that Snow White is gone, and she been gone for a minute. The prince comes in, tries to wake her up. It's looking like it's not working. I really thought she was gone. I did not see the original Snow White. Can you tell? I thought she wasn't going to wake up. She wakes up. Her and the prince get married. I'm not sure the prince has a name. I'm not sure they ever say the prince's name. If they did, I didn't pay attention. But they get married, and right as they're doing their vows and things, the evil witch shows up, and she glides. Glides in the room like a Twilight vampire. Nobody said anything about this. Why is she doing that? Why is she moving like that, man? She walks in mad at their victory and vows to ruin everyone's lives, saying that she'll destroy their happiness. The prince, fed up with all her talking, tosses a sword with perfect accuracy, but she dodges, vanishes. From there, we cut to the real world with a kid holding the book that's telling this story. After that, we meet Emma, who's on a date with Ryan, and it seems like it's going well. She opens up about her being an orphan, not having a family, getting information to know for the future. But then Ryan starts to open up, and Ryan's a felon. He takes off. And apparently Emma is some type of cop. While Ryan is taking off, Emma is just casually walking. You know what I'm saying, walking them down. Emma puts him under arrest and goes home to celebrate her birthday alone. But she's not alone for long, because that kid who's on the bus shows up at her door. And it turns out that little dude is her son. It turns out that she gave him up for adoption when she was just 18. The little boy, whose name is Henry, starts to tell her about the fairy tale world, which of course she doesn't believe him. She just wants to take him home and leave him. And he tells her that he lives at Storybrooke Place. Was there something else after that? I don't know. We once again cut to the fairy tale world where Snow is now pregnant and stressing about the witch. She's stressing to the prince that she wants to talk to him. They're doing the Naruto thing, like that jutsu, him. Just say the name. We don't know it. We just got here. We don't know who that is. Just say the name, man. Goodness. The prince takes her to talk to Rumpelstiltskin. Now Rumpel is crazy and is locked up in a dark cave, but he seems to know about the future. He reveals that the witch created a curse that will imprison everyone, and time will stop. And he also reveals that the child that she's pregnant with is a girl, and she's the child of prophecy. And the child is Emma. There was no, that child is Emma. And he also reveals that the child will return on his 28th birthday. And on that day, the final battle will begin. Emma and Henry arrive to Storybrooke, Maine, and none of the residents seem to remember who they are from the books. For instance, Archie, who is a city therapist, is Jiminy Cricket, but he doesn't know that. Henry reveals that his adoptive parent is the mayor. Cut back to fairy tale world. Once again, they're having a meeting to figure out how to deal with the witch. A fairy walks in. She reveals that a tree is enhanced or enchanted, and they can host a vessel or be crafted into a vessel. My bad. But that vessel will only be able to protect one. From what they say right here, we already know where that's kind of going. But nonetheless, cut back to the real world. The mayor is the witch. Dear Lord. Dear Lord. Emma drops Henry off and gets on the road, but there's a wolf in the middle of the street and she swerves and hits a pole. Cut back to the fairy tale world again. Snow is in labor, but the witch is coming. Black smoke everywhere. Emma is born, but they now only have minutes to move before the curse reaches them. Cut back to the real world. Snow is Henry's teacher, and her fake name in this world, Mary. And it's revealed that Henry stole her credit card, and she's the one who gave him the book to give him hope. We're back in the fairy tale world once again, where the prince puts Emma in his arms and he takes off to put her in the wardrobe. And he cuts some people down on his way there. He puts Emma in the wardrobe just in time, and the witch pulls up, Pops gets popped. Back to the real world. Henry and Emma have a heart-to-heart. She returns them back to the mayor, and the mayor, aka the witch, stupidly reveals herself as the witch. She ain't say word for word, but she might as well have. Emma is suspicious now, so she decides to stay inside the town, booking a hotel or a motel, something like that. And the story is set in stone from there. Also, there's some creepy old dude. I'm guessing he's gonna play a big role. Anyways, now I can't lie to y'all. I was kind of whatever about the show at first when we were in fairy tale land. Nothing was grabbing my attention. It wasn't until we cut to the real world and we get introduced to Emma, with her date turning out to be a bust, and she just casually walking them down. That's when my interest peaked. That's when I started to get a little interested. And then the whole thing with the kid being her long lost son and knowing about her true origins, it's an interesting concept to say the least. Because not only do you have the fairy tale stuff to pull from, now you have something personal with Emma reconnecting with her kid and their relationship growing across however long this show is. And then you add on top of it Snow, her mom, being Henry's teacher, his grandmother. Now that I think about it, Henry has to know that Snow or Mary is his grandma, right? I mean, he knows about Emma, he knows about her backstory. I mean, he knows the real identity of the therapist, which is random. I would just find it hard to believe that he wouldn't know Mary's true identity at this point. Maybe you don't, I don't know. Now, I have to say, one thing that did pull me out the show's immersion was the fact that the witch's most diabolical plan, the thing that they were willing to fight to the death about, to the death, to prevent this from happening, was just taking them to the real world. What? A job, taxes, bills. I'm sorry, that's hilarious. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. I mean, because she also trapped herself. You gotta live this mundane life right along with them. Stupid. I mean, she could very well be playing along and she could know that this is a fake world. She most likely knows. But she still gotta live this life. Stupid. You're still here. Stupid. With the way that this episode wrapped up, it leads me to believe that this will be a mystery of the week type of show, with Emma and Henry solving cases around the town, slowly but surely getting breadcrumbs leading them to the season finale, where I'm guessing either her pops wakes up out of his coma, or Snow wakes up out of her purgatory, or snaps out of her purgatory, or maybe it's just that they revealed the mayor's true identity to the town. I don't know. I'd have to keep watching. Will I? Well, I keep watching this show based on the first episode. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. My impression of this first episode, it's not drawing me back to the show to figure things out. I mean, I'm slightly curious about things, but I'm not so curious to where I'd turn the TV back on. But you know what I'm saying? I'll be willing to dive back in if y'all will want me to dive back in. If y'all comment, continue, once upon a time. If my sister forced me to watch more episodes, I might dive back in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Give y'all some updates. But personally, on my own, I'm not that interested. But maybe it's just the first episode type of thing, you know what I'm saying? I think I had the same thing with Grimm. If I just started Grimm with the first episode, I probably wouldn't have continued the show. Because the first episode wasn't that intriguing. It was intriguing, but not that intriguing. But as the show went along, Grimm turned out to be one of my favorite shows. You know what I'm saying? Got the DVD right over there. So, Once Upon a Time could be the same thing. Maybe not, but you never know. But I'm gonna leave this up to y'all though. Y'all tell me, should I continue the show? Or my sister forced me to watch it again. We'll see.